sometimes. But my Argentinian colleagues, they can call them Malvinas, but I can call them the Falkland Islands, and that's what we're heading for first. And then we're going to have a few days in the Falklands, and this is where we're heading now, as I say, down south, and we'll have 2 days in the Falklands. We'll be over on the west coast. We'll be in this area here for our first day there, which will be on Saturday. And then we'll go over the north and come into East Falkland and into the capital, Stanley, which is over here. And then after we've had our days there, we'll have 2 days at sea, sailing to South Georgia. And South Georgia is a spectacular island in the Southern Ocean. It's just where Antarctic waters meet northern waters, and very, very rich with wildlife. And hopefully we'll have some fantastic encounters when we get there with the penguins and the seals and the birdlife. But the Falklands also are fantastic for wildlife, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow. This is this archipelago. It's covered in glaciers, very quite rocky, fantastic, amazing island with all these bays where penguins live. And we'll give you more and more information as we go about the wildlife to expect as we go. And then from South Georgia, we'll go another 2 days at sea, heading for the South Shetland Islands. And hopefully we'll get to see Elephant Island, which is very famous for history, especially of Ernest Shackleton. And then we'll have several days in the Antarctic Peninsula region. We don't know exactly where we're going to go on the cruise. It's very exciting because what we do is we take opportunities and we're always checking what the weather is like and what the ice can also let us do as well. So this is the Antarctic Peninsula region. We might come in a little bit into this region here. This is the South Shetlands, this archipelago, which is also Antarctic Islands. And then this is the Antarctic Peninsula. As I say, we don't know exactly where we'll get to because it really does depend a lot on the weather and a lot on the ice. And this is the current ice chart. Well, it's actually from the 13th of October. So up here, this is the Falkland Islands. So there's no ice at all in the Falklands. South Georgia is up here, and which we can't quite see off here. There's no ice, sea ice in South Georgia. But the sea ice is always graded, so where it's red is 100% sea ice. And then where it's orange and yellow, it's more or less, it's getting to about 50% of sea ice and green. But you can see here's the peninsula, and this is ice. There's a lot of ice right now. But we're going to just be there in nearly 2 weeks, 10 days until we reach Antarctica. So it might move and shift, the wind will change this. So this is why we have to we can't be very precise about where we'll go because of the ice. But we keep looking at it, and it's very exciting as well. Actually getting to see the sea ice is a real highlight of the trip. And once we've been in the Antarctic Peninsula, we'll head back to South America and come in the Beagle Channel and finish our trip in Ushuaia. So hopefully you're on the right ship. And this is just the weather we can expect kind of for tomorrow. And you can see that, well, it's sort of quite light wind, so not much wind. And I'm going to probably show you quite a few of these sort of maps as we go. And just the way, the light blue, what we really like is kind of white and very light blue. It's really lovely, really calm, no wind, perfect weather. And then green is getting a little bit more windy. It's getting up to about 10-15 knots. And then orange, more windy. And then over here you can see it's starting to get kind of pinkish red. And if it gets like purple, then we don't go. It's like we just hide. So, but it's the same thing. The captain and myself, we keep an eye on the wind, and we're always watching what we do. Sometimes we might even alter totally, like we might spend a little bit less time in South Georgia to go to the peninsula, or a little bit less time, but we keep looking at the wind and see what is the best options so that we don't get into really extreme weather. But as we come out of the bay now, we're going to get a little bit more movement on the ship. So this is the wind speed, and the other thing we have to look out for is the swell. And this is the kind of waves, the height of the waves. And it's the same thing. The pale blue we really like, it's very low waves. And as we get up to here, we're getting into quite high sea, where it's, but we're not going there, we're going down here. And what's quite good is as we go, the wind drops, the swell drops, so it gets nicer and nicer as we go with it. But tomorrow afternoon, we might catch a little bit of the 2 metre swells, so a little bit more. So, you know, maybe tonight or tomorrow morning you might want to take a seasickness pill just to make sure that you don't get seasick as the swell increases. And then on Saturday, so in a day and a half, it'll take us a day and a half, so all tomorrow we're going to be sailing. And we'll give you lots more information about wildlife to look at. We'll have some fun on board the ship, and we'll also give you a briefing and information about how we conduct ourselves